Hi guys, here we are playing the Grand Tour game, as we have done so far. I believe 8 episodes. I did say 8, right? Or was it 7? Wait, hold on, man. I did only 7. Oh, that one's okay. Columbia Special was like 2 episodes at the same time. Okay, that makes sense.
Get a bloody move on.
Thank you. And welcome. And in today's incredibly topical show, Neil Armstrong walks on the moon. Some angry cyclists. And I throw a sandwich out of the window. All that is to come. But first, Aston Martin has just launched a new car. And here's Richard Hammond to tell us all about it.
This is the new V8 Vantage.
And, well, it's not an ugly car, is it? I mean, I'm not sure about this colour. You'd be on the phone to your doctor if your Wii came out like this, but the shape itself is stunning. This is one of those superstar cars that leave a wake of dropped jaws and phone camera flashes.
And as the smallest, hunchiest, sportiest car in the Aston lineup, it's fast too.
Oh, of course, backwards. Gotta love it.
Told the 60 takes 3.5 seconds. Oh, for God's sake. Time to play. Oh, I'm slightly alarmed. Oh my, come on. You're not going to be embarrassed by 911 Carrera. Oh no.
Yes! Oh no.
Go, go. Try that. Go, go, go. Oh,
I do feel a bit hungry and I want to make some food. I don't know why. I didn't feel like a little more hungry than I actually should be.
oh my God. Oh my God.
My God.
This is dangerous because of you. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, for God's sake. Come on, this is it. Gotta keep the pressure on. Top speed, 195.
But here's the thing. Astons have always been beautiful and fast in a straight line. But when you're making a sports car, that's the easy part. It was when you dug deeper under the skin into the areas you couldn't see that in the past they often came up short.
The trouble is, the company has never had the money or the manpower of Porsche or Ferrari, and you could sense that in their cars. They just didn't feel as well made or well engineered as some rivals.
That means they sold mainly to people listening to their hearts and not their heads. Because your heart says, I want an Aston, even when your head says, that door doesn't fit properly.
But this is 2018. Good looks and speed aren't enough if bits are coming off in your hand. This car can't be nice to drive for an Aston. It can't be well made for an Aston. It's got to be good, full stop. Yeah, in an AMG, this engine doesn't make this noise. In a Merc, it's all power bass. Whereas Aston Martin have added some British gravel to the mix.
So, it's handsome, quick, tuneful, and feels well built. But now we come to the acid test. How the new Vantage handles corners.
So, let's see what's what.
Backup time. Oh, I have to drift. Of course, I have to drift.
All new chassis is shorter version. Oh my god, right, we're all set. Then we come to the engine. It's a 4-litre V8. It has twin turbos. It makes 510 horsepower. Oh no. Yeah, it works. This is in control of its power. It really is. It's been set up by a man who used to work at Suspension Masters Lotus. And you can tell. In the past, you could buy an Aston and love it, but still know deep down that a 911 was a better car. With this new Vantage, that gap has been closed to a point where it doesn't matter.
It's not just brilliant for an Aston Martin. It's brilliant, full stop.
Good car. I can see her.
Can you really?
I really can see her. I agree with you on that. It's a brilliant, brilliant car. But one thing I ought to mention, you know all that tech inside it?
Yeah.
That is Mercedes stuff, but it's last generation Mercedes stuff.
Yes, but it's still better than all the stuff that Aston used to fit.
That's true.
Is it not?
No, that is true. And the other thing, you expressed surprise that it's got that AMG engine. But you've got to remember the Aston V12 they've been using for years, that's German.
Well, it's made in Germany.
Yes.
Well, that makes it sort of German, doesn't it?
No. It's where it's designed and developed that matters.
Let's not get bogged down with what's German and what's not. The point is, okay, unlike the previous Vantage, that is way, way more than a pretty face. I mean, a lot more. But now let's find how fast Abby can get one around the abundant.
About it, I love that how he says that. And that's all the other color.
Working away there at that unusual and frankly
square steering wheel. And already we're at the drop down into your name here.
Not a bad way of turning that one.
Coming in wide for Old Lady's house. Keep it in the ground there, and now the short squirt down to substation. Cross the line. It does. It's like an old-fashioned racing car when it's moving around. That's a good-looking lap, that. Right, let's find out where it ended up on our lap board, shall we? Here we go. Look at exactly the same speed as a 911 GT3 RS.
Yeah, when you think the Aston doesn't have a massive wing and scaffolding in the back, that is pretty impressive.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, but never mind that. Look, it's no faster than a BMW M5.
Yes, but I think what that says, James, is the M5 is seriously quick.
Now, this year marks the 50th anniversary of the first landings on the moon, and I thought I should take a little celebratory look back at that truly historic mission.
James, this isn't a grand tour of whatever is in your head. You do know that.
No, but I promise there will be some cars in this film. Eventually.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before
That was
this
actually
decade
really
is
what I
out
did.
of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
When President Kennedy made that speech to Congress in 1961, he gave the scientists at NASA a planet-sized headache. Nevertheless, the brains at NASA knuckled down and throughout the 1960s set about developing and testing the rockets and the technology that would be needed to crack this monumental nut. However, machinery on its own was not enough. Equally important to the success of the space program were the astronauts. Now, these men were generally of a type. They were fighter jocks and test pilots, and they were very familiar with moving around at very high speed. So, and I did promise we'd get some cars into this, when it came to moving around on the face of the Earth, there was one car they favoured above all others. The Corvette, America's premier sports car.
Yes, John Glenn, holder of supersonic flight records and the first American to orbit the Earth, drove this. Winning. It has an engine of just under 600cc, 2 cylinders, 0 to 60, 35 seconds. The big love-in between the American astronaut and the Corvette started with Alan Shepard, the first American in space in 1961. And on his safe return to Earth, he was given a free Corvette by General Motors, a sort of medal for services to the country. By 1969, just inside Kennedy's deadline, NASA was ready to try landing some men on the moon. The astronauts chosen were Buzz Aldrin, who drove a Corvette, Neil Armstrong, who drove a Corvette,
and Mike Collins, who drove a Beetle. Presumably that's why they left him in the command module and didn't let him walk on the lunar surface.
Eagle, Houston, we have you now. Do you read over? Loud and clear.
When the astronauts finally approached the surface of the moon, the landing was not without drama.
Okay, all flight controllers, gonna go for landing.
The designated spot was full of craters,
Eagle, Houston, you're a go for landing.
forcing Armstrong to fly manually and look for another place to set down.
4 forward, drifting to the right a little. Okay, engine stop. Nose control, both autos, engine command override off. We copy you down, Eagle. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
When they finally landed, they had just 20 seconds of fuel remaining. But no matter, they were down on the moon.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Back on Earth, a hero's welcome awaited. And once he got home, Armstrong, like so many astronauts, would swap the seat in his spacecraft for a seat in a Corvette. And when I say Corvette, I mean this actual Corvette. This one. This was his. This is Neil Armstrong's Corvette. Oh. His hands were here, he looked at the instruments like that. He touched that. Neil Armstrong. The first person to set foot somewhere other than the Earth. Away.
This is Salem. I'm gonna end it off for today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with some more the Grand Tour game. Until next time, bye bye.